guys, Emily from Autofy here today to talk to you about how Autofy does record matching. So something important to think about when you're going to have records syncing from your source to your destination, and in our example today, we're going to be going from Salesforce to QuickBooks and vice versa, QuickBooks to Salesforce, is to think about how Autofy is going to find and match records that already exist. Most important thing to keep in mind is that Autofy first looks for a record based off of the name. So we're going to go into Salesforce to one of my accounts. And on this account, you can see Cookie Co. When Autofy picks up this record and syncs it over to QuickBooks, it's going to be looking for exactly this name, character by character. So spaces, periods, commas, all of that. That is what Autofy is going to be looking to match within QuickBooks. So if I have a customer in QuickBooks called Cookie Co, exactly like this, and let's double check our QuickBooks, then it will find this and it will match those two records together. Now what's going to happen in this instance is in QuickBooks, I have this listed as Cookie Co dot. And that dot makes a really big difference because we are looking to match character for character. And I want to show you what will happen when I try to sync the Cookie Co without the dot to Cookie Co with the dot in QuickBooks. So I'm going to take this Salesforce ID, and right now I'm going to do the only update records preference. What that means is when I try to sync this for the first time, if Autofy does not find that exact match, it is not going to insert it. And let's run our single record sync on this particular account. Now I can see that this record was filtered out because it does not exist in QuickBooks. Now keep in mind that it has that period at the end in QuickBooks. So that is why it did not find this existing record. If we update the record in QuickBooks to remove the period, or we update the record in Salesforce to add the period, then it will actually find this record and it will update it. Otherwise, if we don't do that, and I'm going to take off the only update, when I sync this over, even though the records are very similar, it is not going to find the match, so it's going to create a brand new record. I'm going to show you what I mean. So in QuickBooks, you can see right here we have Cookie Co dot. I'm going to go ahead and sync this over from Salesforce to QuickBooks. And now you can see that it successfully inserted a brand new customer into QuickBooks. Now when I look in here, in my QuickBooks, I have Cookie Co, which came from Salesforce, and I have my Cookie Co dot, because they did not match exactly. Now that these two have been record matched though, if I want to make an update in Salesforce and have it sync over to QuickBooks, it has then been record matched. So even if I change the name in Salesforce, it will find and update this record because we have done the record matching behind the scenes. So let's do that as an example. So I'm going to go into my account in Salesforce here, and I'm going to change the name of this to Cookie Company Incorporated and click Save. So now when I run the single record sync again, it is going to update that Cookie Co that just synced to Cookie Company Incorporated. So let's open QuickBooks. And then we can see right here, here is our original record from Salesforce. So now that they've been record matched, anytime I make an update into Salesforce, it will update this record for us. And it works the same in both directions. If I have a customer that exists in QuickBooks that does not yet exist in Salesforce, it's going to work exactly the same. If we have the only update records turned on, if it doesn't find the match, it's going to filter out. If you do have the only update, or if you don't have the only update record turned on, then it will create new if it does not find that exact match. And it works exactly the same for your items, your transactions. We look for it based off of the name first. And once we find that match, then we update. If we don't find the match, we insert new. You do want to take care if you delete records or transactions and you try to resync, it can cause an error. If it does, it'll just let you know in that error log that there is an invalid cross-reference ID. You just send that along to our support team and we can take care of that and clear out the record matching for you. You guys make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us at support@getautofy.com.